Vrajarasarasikancha Narayanantanam Prabhu Sri Guru Charanam Vande Ramana Krishnaya Bhutale Rupanuga Bhaktirancha Kripamurti Narayana Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhyacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavibhyo Namo. First of all, I offer my sustenance pranams thousands of times in the lotus feet of my most worshipful Gurudev. Nitya Lila Pravishtam Vishnupad Astotra Satsishima Bhaktivedanta Narayana Goswami Maharaj. My same sustenance pranams to Sri Rupanuga Gauriya Guru Varga and to all Vaishnavas and Vaishnavis. So, today is the most auspicious disappearance day of Srila Gauraksha Das Guruji Maharaj and also Ekadastiti Madhavatiti. So, I have no qualification or ability to glorify the Vaishnavas and the Guru Varga, but I hope that by trying again and again, the Vaishnavas, they give the qualification. So in order to purify myself, I try to remember something. Most of the senior Vaishnavas have already spoken. So what has left for this? I'm like a baby compared to them. But I try my level best. And if any mistake is there, please forgive me and correct me. Some of histories I tell, it will be the same because I'm not so knowledgeable like them, but I try to remember some different details. So we have heard from the Vaishnavas that Srila Gauraksha Das Guruji Maharaj, he performed his bhajan in Vrindavan for 30 years. And he was performing this Vipralamba bhajan and he was crying for the mercy of Radha, please give me your darshan and save my life. But he was not fully satisfied and he moved to Sri Navadvip Dham. Gurudeva explained that he performed this pastime in this way to give the example to the jivas of this Kali Yuga that without the mercy of Sri Navadvip Dham, then we cannot gain entrance in Sri Vrindavan Dham. Therefore, many of our acharyas, they perform their bhajan in Navadvip and their samadhi, in their last moment, they are also present there, their samadhi is still there. Without the mercy of Gauranga Mahaprabhu and Nityananda Prabhu, then one can never attain the service of Sri Radha and Krishna. Nitayat Koruna Hobe Braja Radha Krishna Bhave. We need the mercy of Nityananda Prabhu and Mahaprabhu in order to understand the sweet pastimes of Radha and Krishna. By serving Gauranitai in the mood of Das, the mood of servitorship, then one dive into this ocean of Madhurya. And automatically, they will be able to understand this Madhurya Rasa. So, one time Gurudeva said that now we have attained his association and we are in the bona fide Rupanuga Gauriya Guru Varga. And then as we make progress, then one day we'll get birth in the pastimes of Srila Prabhupada Bhakti Siddhanta. And then gradually we will get birth and get association of Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur and Gauraksha Das Guruji Maharaj. And in this way, as we advance in this devotion, then you also get a chance to associate with Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, Baldev Vijayabhusana. And then with Srila Narottam.
How understanding? I am gradually progress, then how understanding? How realization coming? How? There are books, reading for, understanding for, and distributing for, preaching for, deep ego and desire, then coming in heart. First Gurudev, and after Param Gurudev, Paratpar Gurudev, Paramasti Gurudev, after until Rupa Goswami, they are nearby going for this process. Their lecture, their class, non-difference to them. Then we will be very greedy. like Bhakti Thakur's songs, singing for your deep desire coming. After next, Babaji Maharaj, Prabhupada Thakur, after Chakravarti Thakur, and then Rupa Goswami, Raghunath Das, all acharyas, day and night you will be there, involved and observe all time, 1 minute, not here and there going them. Memory there, brain there, intelligence there, senses that way. All time will be engaged in there. Then will be Ashtakalya Lila, meanings all Shakti Pavari Lila, then is there. This is called Sadhu Sangha. Sadhu Sangha not meanings many Tilak and Babaji, Saffron, this and that, but they can do bhajan. They cannot within Guru Varga. Then this is not Sadhu Sangha. This is bogus, one party, group. This is called politicals. Not this is good. Good meanings all are same way. Gurudev here to the crossing. Then Gurudev will be short and small. No, everywhere going and Gurudev will be. Understanding for, realization for, practice for, all time Gurudev is holding hand and holding their back to, taking lap and progress for standing. This is Guru Maharaj causes mercy. Then Sadhu Sangha. This good association. This is called Bhagavatiya Parampara. This is our then understanding, realization. Taste is coming. Oh, what say Chakravarti Thakur? What say next Acharya? Everything is for, then will be very strong and perfect, serious desire. Understand? Next.
So in this way, the Vaishnavas explain that we must try to give up our independent desires and make our desire one with the desire of Srila Gurudev. Gurudeva's Granta, Gurudeva's real Sevakas, and Gurudeva's instructions and Gurudeva's mantra, they are not different from Gurudev. And Gurudev is always present with us. Gurudeva told, I will never forget any disciple and any service which they have performed. Life after life, I will be with them. And by the mercy of Gurudev, we will be able to understand the instructions of all our Rupanuga, Gauriya, Guru Parampara. So we should never forget Gurudev. In this way, one day, we'll take birth in the pastimes of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and by the mercy of Mahaprabhu and his associates, then we take entrance in the pastimes of Sri Sri Radha and Krishna. So Srila Gorakshava Das Guruji Maharaj, he went to Sri Navadvip Dham, and there most of the pastimes we know taking place there. We have heard how he was doing his bhajan in the latrine, and he used to consider the smell of stool better than the smell of the materialistic people. Then one day, by Sadhu Sangha, when we are singing the bhajans, then we pray for the mercy of the acharyas. If you want to understand what they are trying to give us, what they are trying to reveal to us. And also when you are hearing Harikatha from the Vaishnavas, attentively we are hearing and try to absorb that instructions, thinking that there is nothing else more important than this. Gurudeva say, when I am speaking Harikatha, then give your ears to me. Don't think anything else. This Harikatha is your life and soul, everything is the wealth of your life. So in this way, by performing Sadhu Sangha in the process of devotion, we will feel some very special taste. We feel very happy in this life. And we don't want to lose that. So if we associate with materialistic people, then we lose that taste, we lose that enthusiasm, and our life will be spoiled. So everything will come by Sadhu Sangha. So by hearing the pastime of Gorakshadad Guruji Maharaj, Gurudeva told they are not so easy to understand, but as much as we can, according to our qualification, we should try to think what type of bhajan I am doing. I am giving up a satsanga. I making progress in this bhajan or not? We should always be thinking, especially in the Ekadasi day. Srila Gurudeva told, and also Bhaktivinoda Thakur, that is a day which we check our pulse. We see how much progress I'm making in this devotion. How many rounds have I been chanting? How many slokas have I been learning? Am I attending the programs or not? So in this Ekadasi we check our pulse, like we do examination, how our bhakti is developing.
Now this question, Babaji Maharaj, why is state in this toilet inside? Why? Anybody asking in you? Yes. What is the answer?
Because he considered the smell of the materialistic people worse than the smell of stool. He wants to perform his bhajan.
Do you have any example in Shastra? Babaji Maharaj not can do anything, his own specialty. Any Shastra you have any evidence? This is good for us, helpful for us.
Anything the acharyas are doing, they are not their speculation. Everything is based on the scriptures.
Yes.
But I.
Collecting. Once a time, Arjuna, Krishna's near. Krishna asking, in this world, anything is useless and rubbish, no useful. These things you collecting and bringing my near. Then Arjuna ran away. Everywhere he is gone. He is asking everybody. Taking anything. I am useful, I am useful, I am useful, I am useful. Everybody is good. Then he is gone toilets near. He is collecting some toilets. Toilet asking, where are you taking me? To Krishna's near. Why? You are useless things, you are rubbish, everybody left you. You are bogus, you have no work is in this world, nobody like you. See, I am useless, I am never useless. Before I am in fridge, sweet soap, rasgulla, halwa, rabli, mohan bhog, and laddu, balusai, kachori, pasta, pizza. Then you are touch me, take me, and then you making my position in this toilet. So you are bad. You are useless, stupid. Yeah, I am useless, stupid. Who is asat? Who is bad? You, yeah, I am I. Before, everybody is choiceful things I am. Everybody respecting, like me. But I am coming, you are near, you are taking me, then like my make position. Who is nonsense? You and I. Then Arjuna, Krishna's near gone and telling Prabhu, in this world useless things I am myself. Everything is good, I am bad. Babaji Maharaj saying, in this world, all people, these crowds, false pride and their gravity, this is, all are has lot of anartha. This anartha anybody has, they are not nearby God. They understanding, realizing, I am fallen, I have faults, I have a lot of guilties, I have false pride, I have a lot of anartha, I am useless. Then that clean places and that humble and humility they have, then that places planting is very easy. You are crowds, this is called stone and rock and rubbish. They are not possible as planting anything, not farming, not growing anything. Therefore, people realization come, then is good. But who has this realization? The asasanga tege Vaishnavachar. Istisanga yakasadu Krishna Bhaktar. Mahaprabhu saying, Yeah, writing Shastra, Babaji Maharaj showing, as it is practicing in his life. I am staying this toilet which is no harm. But you, anything is touching, you, with is anybody, you are making toilet like. But you cannot making them good. Their goodness for you cannot thinking. But sadhu making sadhu. Honest making honest. Thief, we are going making thief. The Babaji Maharaj, his all this practice and his character, everything is perfect. He is showing everybody's. These toilets, how? With you. You are bad. Toilet is bad. Eh? I am staying with the toilet is better, not to you. Then nobody give any answer. Magistrate also not giving answer. Magistrate come, giving area and boundary. And they say nobody is passing here. Clean place make. Babaji Maharaj came and doing bhajan. Then there are no more toilets. This is more than ashram and temple. Then came Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, merciful, blissful persons, and Babaji Maharaj near darshan, advice, and then Babaji Maharaj cleaning this toilet like all are inside this anartha. Anybody came these places, everybody is purifying and cleaning and giving this pure, this bhakti yoga. So this is sadhu's nature. If sadhus are anything doing, this is perfect. But how perfect? This is understanding necessary. You understanding, then everybody is telling. Other history is not enough for our life. What is reality? Understand? Okay, next.
Take some time performing sadhu sangha to realize all Tattva Siddhanta in the glories of the Vaishnavas. But we're trying again and again. The Vaishnavas are very kind.
Don't be worried, I am not repeating you. Not smashing in front of everybody. This is our satsanga. Not discussing, then not our life is progress. Don't thinking I am disrespecting you, yeah, repeating you. This is not my desire. No, you learning, I am not learning, then how can progress? Okay?
This is a great kindness, not any kind of defeat.
Guru Bhargava's kindness.
Guru Bhargava's kindness, yeah. That's teaching us. If they are not there to teach us, then how can we understand? Otherwise we follow our own mind and senses and we be distant to them, then who will be there to correct us? There is the importance of sadhu sangha.
No, you are first is telling anything correcting me, yeah, anything faults. This, therefore I am telling, otherwise I cannot touch you. You are giving order, therefore I am. Otherwise I never touch anybody. Anybody give me order, instruction, then I am trying to follow. Otherwise I am fallen soul in down in then. I myself is good, I am happy. Why I am pig-left?
If we are hiding ourselves inside the cave, then the sunlight can never go there, then there is no life. But if you are coming out and we just try to serve the sadhus and be with them, then that power from the sadhus will come to us and we'll be able to make progress in this devotion. Gurudeva say that just as we can see the sun by the sunlight, then in the same way, by the mercy of the sadhus, we can understand his own swarup, the swarup of the sadhu, and your own swarup also. So in this way, Srila Gorakshara Das Guruji Maharaj performed many pastimes to instruct us. And there is another one in which he was invited by a landlord to go to a program. And he would be the main person there, like the
President.
president, yeah.
Sabhapati.
Yeah. like the chairman. So he thought, oh, I'll bring you in my car and I'll give you back here to the place you're doing bhajan. Then he said, oh, what is the use of this program? No, all Vaishnavas are coming and we can do some preaching and teach others how they can perform this Krishna Bhakti. Then he said, but first you practice yourself. Why you try to arrange such a huge program and invite many people only for your name and fame? Afterwards, all will glorify you, your life will be spoiled. You come with me, practice yourself, do bhajan with me for some time. Then afterwards, you can arrange this program. Come, and then he brought him and he offered to give him 2 door pins and sit here and do bhajan. But that person, he left. And we heard just another history that the person was asking, give me your mercy, give me your mercy. Then he said, this is my mercy. Then he gave him the door pin to the person. So Gurudev explained what is the meaning of that he was giving the door pin. That when Guru and Vaishnavas, they want to give mercy to you, they give you sannyas, and they give you mantra, and they make you give up all your material attachments and engage your body, mind and words in the service of Krishna. Take sannyas means to follow in the footsteps of the Braja Gopis. And automatically as we develop this anurag, then our material attachments, they are destroyed. So how fortunate were that persons? As we heard from the Vaishnavas, our Guru Varga, they never kicking, never abusing anybody. Whatever they're doing is mercy. So Srila Gorakshordas Maharaj, he did not say anything or just told them, go away from here. But actually he invited them to come and do bhajan. Sit with me, I teach you how to do bhajan. How lucky those persons they were. But they did not take this chance. In the same way, the Guru Parampara is always present. This Guru Parampara is eternal. Srila Prabhupada Bhaktisiddhanta say that to think that the Guru Parampara will finish, that is an atheistic conception. So, always there is a Sadguru present, and he is inviting us to do bhajan. Just in the same way as Srila Guru Kshodas Maharaj was inviting them to do bhajan. But who are taking this process serious? Who are taking this chance? Gurudeva told you, come to Vrindavan with one-way ticket. But one time Gurudeva said, I'm not happy. I'm a little sad because very few people are actually interested in what I have to give. You see, I can count in maybe one hand those who are really serious to take what I came to give. And time Gurudeva said. So in this way, also, there was one boy who came to stay with Srila Gorakshordas Maharaj. He said, oh Baba, I want to give up. I want to renounce and stay with you. But Srila Gorakshordas Maharaj did not give answer at that time. So the boy was staying there and he was doing some serving, bringing some water. And after some time, this boy just disappeared. And he came with a lady, beautiful lady. And he said, oh Babaji Maharaj, see now? We heard this history, this is another details. So see now he came with a Krishna Dasi. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he says, Krishna Sansara Koro Charyanachar. You do Krishna Sansar, you be Grihasta, but you put Krishna in the center of your activities and try to follow the rules and regulations and give up offenses. So I'm following that instruction now. I came with this Krishna Dasi, so please you bless us that we can do bhajan and also we can have a good material life. And he said, oh, Krishna Dasi, so you should know that she is very dear to Krishna. You should worship her, you should cook something, offer to her, wash her feet. And he said, but do not enjoy her. If you enjoy her, then your life will be spoiled. Surely you are going to attain very hellish conditions. And the boy became very surprised. And his wife was also there and both, they went away. So, we also heard that one time Srila Gorakshordas Maharaj, he came dressed very beautifully. Nice kurta and dhoti with some border. And also he was wearing a turban and walking, sticking his hand, just like a landlord. And he came to see Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, and Bhaktivinoda Thakur, what is the matter? Babaji, why? Today you are like this. Then he said, now there are so many so-called Babajis, they are not doing anything in the name of Parakiya Bhajan. They are doing so many illicit activities. This is a shame. Many people are calling them to programs and feeding them and giving money. But by serving these persons, there is no benefit at all. If you remember their names, it's a sinful activity. It's better to give prasada to the animals of the Dham. And I don't want to be identified as one of this type of persons. So it's better I dress like this than people think that I'm just one of them. So Srila Gurudeva said that there was a need to come a great person, of the coming of a great personality to stop off with this sahajiyas and with this apasiddhanta. Therefore, Bhaktivinoda Thakur at that time he was alone trying to develop this preaching. But alone, what he could do? Therefore, he called for the mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu sent Srila Prabhupada Bhaktisiddhanta. And he put in practice everything in which Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur has taught us. So in this way, Gurudeva told that if it was not for Srila Gorakshara Das Babaji and Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, then there would be no Srila Prabhupada Bhaktisiddhanta. And Srila Prabhupada, he worked very hard to stop with this apasiddhanta. He defeated all these sahajiyas, all these apasampradayas, Marta Brahmanas, to a point that they even wanted to kill him. But who can kill a Vaishnava? This is impossible. Who can defeat the Vaishnava? Nobody can defeat the Vaishnavas. This was only Krishna's arrangements so that the glories of his dear servants could be spread through the whole world. As we know that Srila Vinod Brahmachari, he exchanged the cloth with Srila Prabhupada Bhaktisiddhanta. And in this way, Prabhupada's mission was very successful. He established 64 Gauriya Maths, and also, to some extent, he established the Daivavanasham, and he gives sannyas and brahmacharis, and the mission became very attractive. Before, people was criticizing too much, Vaishnavas was being hated by society. By the countless mercy and endeavor of Srila Prabhupada Bhaktisiddhanta and our Rupanuga Gauriya Guru Varga, again, the Prema Dharma of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu could be spread, and the whole world became attracted to follow in the line of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and our Guru Varga. Our Gurudev also, he used to go in the place of these Babajis, and he used to call them for debate. Gurudeva used to knock in their doors and tell, come for debate. And if I defeat you, you become my disciple. But if you defeat me, then I completely surrender to you. Gurudev was like fearless. Nobody could defeat Srila Gurudev. Who can defeat that completely realized Vaishnava like Srila Gurudev? Before he wrote this Prabandha Panchakam, it's clarifying what is the Bhagavat Guru Parampara, and what is Sannyas Vesh and Siddha Pranali, difference of Prabodhananda and Prakashananda, and who is qualified to hear Rasa Leela. So many points Gurudev clarified. In this way he shut the mouth of all these Babajis. This way we are very, very lucky to be in the association of Gurudev and his representatives. Surely by serving him, then all Tattva Gyan and Sambandha Gyan will be revealed in our heart, and we'll be able to understand his glories, the glories of our Rupanuga Gauriya Guru Varga. So I finish here. Vancha Kaptaru Yasya Vipasini Patitanam Pavanam Vaishnava.
Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Jena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Narayanam Gurum Vande Sharanayam Bhakta Bandhavam Madhavishtam Purutam Gauram Radha Dasyam Pradayine Rupanugacharya Pravaram Sri Rupamanjari Prishtakam Patito Pavana Karunayam Yogacharya Narayanam Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya eva cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Namo Gaurakshvaraya Sakshad Vairagya Murtaye Vipralambara Sambhade Padam Bujayate Namaha Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrindam Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare. So first of all, I offer millions and millions humble obeisances unto the dust of the lotus feet of Paramaradhatam Sri Guru Padapadam Nityalila Pravishtam Vishnupada Paramahansa Paribrajacharya Ashtottara Satasya Srimad Bhakti Vedanta Narayana Goswami Maharaj. In the same way to all Rupanu Gauriya Guru Varga, my pranams to all the Vedas sannyasis, Brahmachari Vrinda, Vaishnavas, Vaishnavis, and guests present here today. I wish that the juniors could speak first, otherwise after all qualified seniors is speaking, so what remains for us not to speak?
We take components and repeating, testing, then recollecting, then there will be own property.
So in the same way, I also beg the mercy of all the Vaishnavas. If I make any mistake, please correct me and purify my polluted mind and make me really understand what is the meaning of Vaishnava Seva, what is the meaning of Shastra, what is the meaning of Bhajan. So, in this way, today we are celebrating this most auspicious day, the disappearance day of the Gaura Sastavaji Maharaj, as well as Sri Uttana Ekadashi. Sri Babaji Maharaj, he is the embodiment of two very important aspects of sadhana bhajan. One is vairagya and one is vipralamba, this viraha, separation. And vairagya, this is renunciation. In Srimad Bhagavatam, Sutta Goswami, he is explaining what are the symptoms of those who have achieved bhakti. He is saying, Vasudeva Bhagavati Bhakti Yoga Prajata Janayati Ashuvaragam Gyanam Chayadahaitukam. He is saying, those who have performed a Haituk Bhakti, means one-pointed devotion, and they are completely dedicated and attached to the lotus feet of Sri Radha Krishna. Two things must appear in their heart. One is Vigyan and one is Vairagya, detachment. This transcendental knowledge and detachment. So we see how Babaji Maharaj is performing his bhajan, totally detached from the material world and totally attached to the lotus feet of Sri Radha Krishna, full of Sambandha Jnana. This Sambandha Jnana is the knowledge of one's eternal relationship with Sri Radha Krishna. So, in the same way he is serving with his external body, he is also serving with his internal spiritual body, his Siddhadeha. So, in this way, Babaji Maharaj, he's showing to us how we should actually perform our daily sadhana bhajan. This is is actually not the general position of most of the devotees. But if we have some sincerity, if we aspire in our heart to somehow practice this kind of renunciation, one day in some birth, maybe we can really perform such kind of high-class bhajan. In this way, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he is praying, Sri Rupa Goswami Kobe Kripa Vitariya, Udharive Kobe Sri Jukta Vairagya Arpiya. When Srila Rupa Goswami will bestow his mercy upon me, that I will be able to perform this Jukta Vairagya. This Vairagya which is specified, which is characterized by that whatever I am doing, whatever I am using, that is for the service of Krishna. Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada, he made a very distinct, he took a very distinct position from his guru, Babaji Maharaj, Guru Sadhvaji Maharaj, in the style of preaching and sadhana. Before Srila Prabhupada, we have never seen such kind of use of machinery, all kinds of objects for the service of Sri Radha Krishna. We only saw very much Vairagi Babajis, and Srila Prabhupada, he made a very important change in all this kind of preaching style for the modern times. And he established what is called this Yukta Vairagya. That means whatever you can use doesn't mean that you should be attached to that. If you are using for the service of Radha and Krishna, then there is no problem in that. But if you are using any kind of object for your own sense gratification, even if you're saying that it is for the service of Krishna, then this is actually the main problem. So in this way, Prabhupada, he came to Babaji Maharaj asking for advice for preaching, and Babaji Maharaj told him, you should never open any temple in Kolkata. That is a very dangerous place. There is place of Maya, of Kali. Kali Devi is there, Mahamaya. You should never go there, otherwise your bhajan will be finished. So what was the first thing Srila Prabhupada did? After opening Sri Chaitanya Math in Mayapur, he opened Sri Bhagavazar Gauriya Math in Kolkata. He is not actually going against his guru, but actually he is understanding the moods of high-class Vaishnavas. Vaishnavas sometimes they are very tricky. They speak opposite way. They speak all the way around. And you have to be really smart to understand actually when Vaishnavas are giving instructions and what is their intention with that. So the mission of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is to spread Krishna consciousness all over the world. So why not Kolkata? So Babaji Maharaj, he was actually giving a hint to Prabhupada that you must do this preaching center in Kolkata because there is the most degraded place. So you have to change people very quickly over there. In this way, Srila Swami Maharaj, he also went first to New York in America, which is the most degraded place in the West. So we should quickly start with such a kind of places. So like this, Srila Babaji Maharaj, he is giving his mercy and his blessings, and actually he's extending that to our Param Gurudev in the episode when he was inside the public toilet, and he just opened the door to Srila Param Gurudev, and after that he gave his full blessings that he would be very successful in his preaching, and that all his way and his path will be totally open and protected. And in this way he is also blessing our Gurudev, and he is also blessing Srila Swami Maharaj, and he is giving his blessings to everyone, that this Mahaprabhu's mission would be totally successful. And like this, Babaji is totally performing his kind of, we could say, this Nirjan Bhajan. But if we understand the real meaning of Nirjan Bhajan, as was explained before, we understand that this is actually the way of perfection, when you are totally in relation with your spiritual form, but not avoiding society, but actually playing with this society in the sense that people have so much selfish desires, so they have to be somehow tricky. In this way, we can see that all the great acharyas, for some time, they also performed Nijana Bhajan. Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Prabhupada, for 7-8 years, he performed bhajan, sitting in one place chanting 3 lakhs Harinam every day, before he started his Gaudiya mission preaching. Also Srila Swami Maharaj, he did a lot of bhajan also in Radha Damodar Mandir for a few years. And our Srila Gurudev also, before starting his great preaching, also he went to Govardhan and he also performed a very solitary bhajan. So solitary bhajan is necessary for some time. Without you deepening the roots of your bhajan, how can you grow and how can you give shade to millions of people? That tree would be very weak if you want just to grow up, if you want to spread, if you want to show yourself and you start giving shade. The first wind of Maya, this tree is broken and defeated. So those who really want to preach and those who really want to give shelter for many jivas, they have to be very deep root bhajan. And for that they have to do for some time this kind of solitary bhajan. But solitary bhajan means doing bhajan in association of advanced Vaishnavas. In this way, in this sadhu sangha, as we heard before, we can really deep our bhajans. So Babaji Maharaj, he was also the very embodiment of Vipralambaras. This Vipralambaras is actually the most fundamental part for our advancement. We heard from Vaishnavas that these feelings of separation, as soon as our Gurudev left or any dear Vaishnava left, this will what will cause in our heart ultimately renunciation. This was a very beautiful conclusion we found in this issue of the harmonist, that renunciation and separation, they are intimate related. So that's why our Guru Varga is at some point leaving us, and that leaving will actually induce us to actually go deep in our bhajan, and from this separation, it will awake somehow in our heart renunciation. So these moods of separation, this is coming since from Srila Madhavendra Puripad. Aidina Doyadanata Hematuranata Kalavaduksha. He's saying, also he is feeling so much separation in a mood of Srimati Radhika as well, and he is also fainting at the feet of Shri Raj Govardhan. Say, the master of my heart, when you come back, when I will see you, otherwise what can I do now without you? And we see that our whole Guru Parampara is flowing this kind of mood. We can see afterwards how Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he performed his bhajan in Jagannath Puri in Gambhira, feeling very deep separation there. And like this, he's expressing his heartfelt separation moods. Jugaita nimeshena chakusha pravishaitam sunaita jagat sarvam govinda virahena me. Following the moods of Srimati Radhika, he is feeling extremely separation from Krishna, and he is just crying, lamenting, without you, this whole universe seems totally void. Just 1 second is just like a millennium. Without you, what can I do in my life? And how Mahaprabhu is dancing in front of the cart of Lord Jagannath, displaying also very deep moods of separation. Chaito prananata painu jahalagi mohane dahani jurigenu. When I will meet again that very dear beloved of me, when was that very time when we used to meet at the banks of Jamuna under Kadamba trees, performing so much sweet pastimes? So when that time will come again? So in this way, this is coming down until Srila Raghunath Das Goswami. who is also expressing the extremely moods of separation when he is also performing his bhajans, and he is expressing all these very deep moods in Shivalapa Kusumanjali, which we have now also printed. It's a very beautiful book. I advise everyone to pick up and just be absorbed in such kind of bhajan. And in this way, Babaji Maharaj is performing his bhajan in separation, and like this, we are also now somehow experiencing this after the departure of Srila Gurudev and all our close Guru Varga. And this is actually very much necessary for us to cross. And by performing the kirtan of the glories of Guru Varga, by glorifying them, by speaking about our relationship with them, by remembering their life, their pastimes, we will somehow feel contact with them. Just like the Braja Gopis, when they're feeling extremely separation from Krishna, they start doing kirtan, and they start singing Krishna's glories in Krishna's name. We know that in a perfectional stage, Smaranam is superior than Kirtan and Shravan. But that is for perfectional stage. Like Srimati Radhika, when she's totally senseless, she can't speak, she can only remember Krishna. But that's not for us. For Kali Yuga Jivas, for sadhakas, is what? Kalotadhari Kirtanat. We should perform Kirtan. We should sit in assembly of Vaishnavas, we should hear and we should perform Kirtan of the glories of our Guru Varga. And like this, we are cultivating and maintaining our relation with them. Srila Gurudev, long time ago, maybe in the 70s, he gave one very beautiful example about this. When Krishna leaves Vrindavan, this fire of separation is what will start boiling the love of the Braja Gopis. Without boiling, you cannot achieve the very quintessence, the very extract of that pure love. So Gurudev is explaining, when you start boiling sugarcane juice, boiling, you achieve what is called this molasses, this very thick black juice. And by boiling that molasses, you obtain something little thicker, which is called a gur. And then by boiling that gur, you come to the point of this sugar. And if you boil even more, you come to that very rocky candy. This rocky candy is the very essence. So like this, by this fire of separation, somehow our love will boil and will achieve a very, very essential point. And that point is what we have as very precious and our ultimate object of bhajan. So like this, we can also understand how can we also feel separation from Radha and Krishna if we have never seen them. In this way, Shastra explains that this is called Purvaraga. Krishna and Radha, they are so attractive that even by hearing their glories, means feeling separation before the meeting, it is also possible. We will feel totally attracted by them because they have transcendental qualities. So even those who have never met them, they can somehow feel separation from them. And like this will nourish our bhajan. And in this way also, Srila Gurudev is saying, if you feel some separation from me, if you feel some attachment for me, I will transfer that one to the lotus feet of Sri Radha and Krishna, because you are not my property. I am trying here to put your love and your attraction to Radha and Krishna, not for myself. I don't want anything for myself. So this is the real nature of Guru, of Sadguru. So in this way, today we beg for the mercy of all the Vaishnavas, especially Srila Guru Sahasraji Maharaj, that he may infuse in our heart this great renunciation and feelings of separation, and making our lives successful in this very special Ekadashi day. I beg my mercy for all of them. Vancha kalpatarvascha kripa sindhu bhevacha patitanam pavanibhyo vaishnavibhyo namo.
5 मिनट 10 मिनट बोल दो पूरा हो जाएगा
ओम ज्ञानतिमिरन्दस्य ज्ञानञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरुवरं श्रीरूपानुगप्रवरं ब्रजरासरसिकं च कृपामूर्तिनारायणं वञ्चकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhupada Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Shri Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. First of all, I offer my respectful obeisances. Countless times unto my most worshipful Guru Pada Padma Nityalila Prabhu Spajala Bhaktivedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj, and unto the entire Rupanuga Gaudiya Guru Varga and assembled Vaishnavas. So we are continuing the celebration of the appearance day of, or disappearance day of Shri Gaurachadas Babaji Maharaj. And we've heard so many important pastimes that he performed, full of very grave instructions for the sadhaka, how he can progress in his spiritual life. That we heard this morning, I believe, or yesterday, this verse, Uttishtata Jagrata Prapya Varam Nibodhita Shuddhasiddhara Nishitan Upatya that spiritual life is like a razor's edge. So you have to be very careful as you're going on this path that you do not fall to either side. You can very easily fall from this path. So Srila Gokishdas Babaji Maharaj showed us by his perfect example how he was Vairagya Murti, the perfect embodiment of renunciation. And in that renunciation that is born of this deep anurag. We heard that actually, one who has anurag, or this deep love for Shri Radha Krishna, and which is actually in this world characterized by this very deep aspiration or prayer for that ultimate attainment. So we sing every night in Kartik Brat this prayer composed by Srila Gokishdas Babaji Maharaj, which is teaching us this path that how we can properly follow. He's singing, what is this? Chappana Danda Ratridine Janina Radha Govinda Vine. Chari Danda Sutitaki Swapne Radha Govinda Deke. So he's saying this, that he's actually giving us the example of Srila Raghunath Das Goswami, who is the foremost of Rupanuga Acharyas. And he was himself this Vairagya Murti. There's so many pastimes of his. But especially we know in his life how he was completely dedicated to this practice of very deep sadhana, internally contemplating on his form in Nityalila, and in that conception how he was serving there, Srimati Radharani, Shri Krishna, and then in his external form as a sadhaka, following all the rules and regulations of bhakti very strictly. So we see how in his life, Srila Gokishdas Babaji Maharaj, we heard so many stories how he was following strict Vairagya in his life. And he was completely dedicated without going here or there for even a moment. We heard how Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Prabhupada told that, if I saw even for 0.1% of his time he was not engaged in complete this Krishna Bhavanamrita, this Krishna consciousness, then I could not accept him as my Guru. So also Srila Prabhupada is giving us an instruction that we should not cheaply accept a Guru, because Guru is someone who is more important than like one's father. One's father and mother, we are born into some species of life and we cannot really decide, where are we going to be born, this and that. But Guru is someone who we give responsibility for the progress of our soul. We give responsibility to Guru, and at the time of accepting Guru, we surrender ourselves to him. So at that point, after that, then we cannot take ourselves back, we're already given. So we must be very careful that we choose someone who is qualified. So Gokishdas Babaji Maharaj taught this absolute dedication without wavering to either side for even a moment. And we see in the life of the Vaishnavas how they themselves show us this path. That they're not teaching us simply to be industrialists or to try to increase the monetary value of our society, this and that. They're teaching us how to cultivate this love in our heart. And we see how this, even though I feel foolish myself, I cannot follow this so properly. We see how everyone is going at night. Our program is going till 11, and from 3 in the morning, everyone is going on parikrama. So this is chapan hours. It's not done is 24 minutes. It's described like 1 hour and 48 minutes. But still, we see many people. They're going to bed at 12, waking up at 3, then doing Vrindavan parikrama, then doing kirtan, then harikatha, then again seva, then prasad. Throughout the entire day, service is going on. And this is, by this perfect example then, it sets a standard the whole world can follow. And it reminds me of one story that I've heard many times from the Vaishnavas. It's described that one time there was a king who didn't have any son. And he sent out an announcement through his ministers that on a certain day, all the men or boys of the entire kingdom could come and has the opportunity to become the next heir to the throne. So everyone, of course, was very excited. Everyone wants to be king. So at least many people would, I can imagine. So this announcement was given out. Then one boy also thought, yes, I will go and I will try. So even though he was told by some others, oh, you shouldn't go, you don't know what will happen, this and that, he went and he was very determined. And when he entered, so many boys were going, and they entered into the compound of the palace, or the central city, that part. And as he entered, there were so many of them, and immediately when they came inside, and so many servants came and they said, oh, now we will, you can't become king if you look like this. They're dressed in ragged village clothes, this and that. So then they took them and they were taken to the parlors, giving them a nice bath. And there was, so many of them were thinking, oh yes, I will be the prince and I have to become nicely groomed. So they were all going and being bathed by so many servants, this and that. But this boy was very determined who came. He said, no, I don't have time to waste. So he tried to go past that one gate. And people were saying, no, first you have to be bathed and properly dressed. He said, no, I don't have time, I must go forth. So they finally let him through, and he went through to the next place. And there, after the boys were being cleaned, then they were being dressed in very royal clothes. Again, somehow he went past them, and even though they tried to get him to stop again and again, he went forward. And then the next place, then there was 5 or 6 different places they had to cross. So in one place, then they finally said, oh, now we'll give you on a horse chariot, and we'll teach you so many different things. You have to learn some etiquette, lead prince, this and that. But he went forward, and after crossing one by one, it was coming evening time, and he went to meet the king. And he saw in like a garden area, the king was sitting there alone, and no one was there. And then when this boy came forth, he saw that, oh, everyone else was distracted and this and that, looking to both sides. But only he was actually fully determined to achieve his goal, his aspiration. And so the king gave this to him. So we hear in this example, we're given the instruction that we have to be fully determined to achieve our goal, and we cannot waste even a moment of our time otherwise in any other pursuit. And only those people, they can really achieve what is of worth. We know so many instructions by our Guru Varga. We know Prahlad Maharaj says, Komara acharat pragya dharman bhagavataniha. Dulabhyam manusham artaram tad apyadruvam artaram. He says you should start this process of Bhagavad Dharma from your very young age. Or whatever time you come upon it, you should follow. You don't have a time, even a moment to waste. So we see in the example of our acharyas that they're incessantly engaged in this process of Hari Bhakti, and they give us this process to follow in our own lives. And we should try to not be distracted by all the external affairs that go on, which are, if you follow properly with this internal conception how everything is going on, in Nitya Lila it is favorable, such as, we see also the structure of the temple activities are actually based on this Astakaliya Lila. We've heard from the Vaishnavas, everything we're doing from Mangala Arti to lunch Arti, the times of Prasadam, everything is actually structured according to this Astakaliya Lila. Why are we eating so late? We've heard these things before, but if we don't cultivate this higher aspiration and remain very intent on that, then we'll be bound to be distracted and miss the target. So I pray that I can take this lesson to heart myself and try to follow and somehow receive the grace of our Guru Varga. Vanchakalpatribhisya kripasintabhyo cha pitanan padalibhyo vaishnavibhyo namo.